We saw lots of names that we might not have been familiar with in the draft, but did we find the next Bryce Huff in the undrafted free agent class? What's up, Jets fans? Here we are on a rainy Sunday morning here in Virginia. Post-draft, we're all trying to make sense of what happened, organize our thoughts. And after the draft is kind of the most exciting period of time. Last year, the Jets were able to identify some talent after the draft. We did it the year before as well. Now, what does this particular group of undrafted free agents look like? Now, what is an undrafted free agent? Well, these are the guys that don't get drafted. This year, we had, 259 selections. Last year, I think it was 262. There's a lot of people left. Matter of fact, there are more left than get drafted. You can find some serious talent in the undrafted free agent pool. Now, let's just look at our recent history. Bryce Huff is a name that we like to talk about. I mean, he just signed a restricted free agent tender, second-round tender, and he's known by many Jets fans as an upper echelon pass rush specialist. We love this guy. Well, what about last year? What about names like Bam Knight, undrafted free agent? What about Irv Charles, who maybe not the biggest impact, but is making some noise already with this new offensive staff at wide receiver? He's an undrafted free agent. There's another one, and we might be banking on it. Looks like we might be putting a little bit more baggage on his back than maybe he thought he was going to be carrying so quickly. Tony Adams. Robert Saleh loves Tony Adams. We actually exposed Jason Pinnock to the waiver wire to make sure that Tony Adams was safe. So, hey, man, we got a lot riding on that guy, it looks like. And we didn't really backfill the free safety position. So Tony Adams is going to have every opportunity to make his name known out there. It's interesting, right? But he's an undrafted free agent. So what does this year's crop look like? Last year, we had a smaller group. I think it was 6 or 7, 5, 6, 7 undrafted free agents total. This year's a little bit different. The Jets grabbed 16 undrafted players to add to their team. Now, not every single one of them signed. There is a quarterback who played at Fordham, Tim Demarat, that hasn't signed but will show up at the Jets rookie minicamp. So whatever that means, maybe they like him, maybe they want him to sign, maybe he's hesitant, maybe he wants to sign and they know his father, so they're letting him come. I don't know what it means, but he hasn't officially signed yet. But let's take a look at our class and see what we think. Number one, we have a guy, edge rusher named Caleb Tanner, out of Nebraska, 6'2", 237 pounds. Kind of an edge rusher that might transition to linebacker if he does, in fact, make it to the NFL. Special teams guy. So we'll see what happens with him. We also added another cornerback, Derek Langford, who's known for special teams prowess. If he's going to do it, it's going to be on special teams. 6'2", 205 pounds. So has the build that NFL teams look for. Who else we got here? We also have Brent Lang out of Minnesota Duluth, who, interestingly, it's reported that he was offered Division I transfer, but chose to stay with his school because he wanted to be a team captain. Oh, isn't that nice? What a good guy. High character, another team captain for Joe Douglas, 6'4", 307 pounds. Also had a good Shrine Bowl performance, so made a little bit of noise down there, which is interesting. Now, a bigger name that a lot of people thought would get drafted, the Jets went ahead and grabbed safety out of Florida, Trey Dean III. So he might end up making the roster. He's a guy that a lot of people had, rated a little bit higher than making it all the way through the draft to undrafted free agent. He's 6'2", 201 pounds. He started 40 games for an SEC program, man. So, I mean, he's got some high-level playing experience. Good signing. Probably the premier signing of our undrafted free agent class, if you can call it that. We also grabbed another defensive end, Deslin Alexander, another guy out of Pittsburgh. So that's 3 players from Pitt. This guy, known as really not being the greatest athlete, but has the will to succeed. He's a super crazy hard worker, intelligent, kind of perseveres through his limitations, which is, hey, You got to love those guys. You want a certain amount of those guys around. You know, I like to think of Wayne Corbett, a guy everybody looked at and go, hey, come on, he doesn't even belong here. What's he doing here? And he willed himself to being one of the Jets' all-time greats. So, hey, man, good luck, Desmond Alexandra. Marquise Waters, another safety from Texas Tech, more of a strong safety, 6 foot, 209 pounds, downhill guy, they call him. That's nice. TJ Luther, a wide receiver out of Gardner-Webb. Now, this is one of the guys that we gave one of the bigger bonuses to get him to sign with us. So, hey, what does that mean? He's about 6 feet tall with a 4.45 40 time. And another guy that you may be looking for special teams and to develop, which is nice. So we grabbed another wide receiver out of Stephen F. Austin, Xavier Gibson, one of the guys, a wide receiver that the Jets did bring in for one of those top 30 visits. Not on all the guys that you think that they're going to want to bring in. They're bringing in some smaller school guys, and two of them they end up grabbing as undrafted free agents, which is neat to see. Then we have Jason Brownlee, another wide receiver out of Southern Miss. At 6'2", 198 pounds, he was the leader in receptions and yardage the last 3 years at Southern Miss, which is nice to see. Maybe he can make an impact here. Nice big wide receivers. You can see it. These rumors, these ideas about Hackett wanting big wide receivers, it's looking like that is the case. I mean, everybody that we brought in is 6 foot and above, which, hey, man, I'm all about it. That's my kind of receiver, to be quite frank. Another cornerback, Caleb Hallisey out of Western Kentucky. E.J. Jenkins, a wide receiver / tight end. They're saying he's more likely to be a tight end at the next level at 6'6", 245 pounds. Bring on those tight ends, man. Georgia Tech, love to see it. I got high hopes for him. Travis Dye, a running back out of USC. A lot of people are saying he's likely to make the team. This is one of the more exciting guys in our undrafted free agent class. He's 5'10", 210 pounds, but didn't perform well in his drills, but he did rush for over 4,000 yards in his college career. Caleb Johnson, linebacker out of Miami. There you go, another linebacker. Malik Hall, linebacker out of Southern Oklahoma. This is the linebacker section of our show today. And we grabbed another linebacker out of Alcorn State, Claudin Sherilis, 2-year starter. 6'1", 226 pounds, 4'5", 40. So look, it's a larger class now. But to be honest with you, a lot of these guys don't end up making it, right? This is the end of the roster. They have high hopes, but a lot of these guys are the first to go, especially when you sign this many. But guys, we have found them in the past. Snacks Harrison was an undrafted free agent. Robbie Anderson was an undrafted free agent. And we have been able to find gems, diamonds in the rough, if you will, out of this group. And we've done it with this very regime. Joe Douglas has an ability to find these guys. So, hey, it's up to our staff to recognize the talent, the raw ability, and be able to hone in and get something out of it. Let me know what you think. Is there one of these guys that you're really pulling for that you think was the slam dunk signing of the group? Let me know in the comments. We will talk more and more about the selections and guys that we brought into the team as we move into the week. But hey, we did it. We made it through another draft together. I'm still tired, but man, what an experience it was. I hope you guys had a good time. I hope you're enjoying the whole process. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great rest of the day. And as always, go Jets.